The fires going on by my house right now, they're crazy. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the JTsuits YouTube Squad, the monetization channel, Lobster channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome back to your break. Thank you guys so much for all the support. We're on the road to 75,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up and subscribe because we're on the road. If you guys did not know, there is a fire raging on, a rager fire near my location, Ventura County. I can see the fire. There's smoke. There's 40 to 60 mile per hour gusts of wind right now. On top of that, fire that is getting blown near my family, near my location. I'm concerned. So first, let's talk about the history of fires. You guys know the biggest one, the Forstall fire. There was the huge, anyone that works on the flight deck is going to be trained and know about that fire.
The rocket crosses the rear deck of the ship, chest high, at speed. It slams into the fuel tank of another plane, a Skyhawk 405, releasing 400 gallons of jet fuel.
And people were basically doing all the wrong firefighting procedures, making it worse. You have to know about every single class of fire. You have to know how to fight each fire. So it's very, they train you a lot and you're very knowledgeable. Now I don't know shit because it's been a long couple years, but I could probably put out a toaster fire in my house or a microwave. First, you unplug the electrical source before you fight an electrical fire. You unplug the source. So back to business though, there has been fires on the ship. I remember sitting in my rack, laying down, and then you would hear flying squad. The flying squad report to compartment 1, tac, 5, tac, la la la.
The flying squad model is first in, last out. Because when there's any casualty that happens, whether fire, flooding, toxic gas, we are the first responders into the scene and we will always be the last ones out.
So if you guys don't know, the flying squad is made up of a lot of damage control men. I think some other rates as well. It's a group that reacts to emergency situations on the ship very quickly. Flooding, fires on the ship. They're the flying squad. They go to their repair locker, they get all their gear, poof, and they will sprint down the hallways and they will like hurdle over the knee knockers like whoosh, 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 whoosh. It's crazy watching them fly down and react. It's pretty cool, the flying squad.
We train like we fight like we train. So when anytime the bells ring, no matter what it is, every flying squad member is at it ready, no matter what.
Working on the flight deck, the only fire that I saw was from the aircraft. An aircraft engine fire that we put out very quickly. There are fire bottles in the helicopters themselves that the pilots will pull and it should put out any engine fire. If that doesn't work, then there are agents on the flight deck where, there's emergency procedures that go down. But that was the only fire that I personally saw, an aircraft engine fire. Now, talking about winds. These gusts of wind are powerful. There's some very strong winds though, 40 to 60 mile per hour gusts right now, including with this fire hazard. It's like crazy out here. It's like another planet. So once the weather gets really, really brutal up on the deck, and if we're in a huge storm, yes, the flight deck will get secured. The ship will get secured. Everything will be tied down. The aircraft will have, I believe, at least 20 chains, tie-down chains to the aircraft. If it's really, really bad, they'll try to move all the aircraft into the hangar bay, as many as possible to keep them safe. A lot of times the waves can come over and crest over the bow and get salt water everywhere. Salt water is very corrosive and it will be a pain in the A to clean up that aircraft. So that's why we try to move as many aircraft as possible into the hangar bay during these big storms. We have to put a bunch of tie-down chains on the main landing gear and all the tie-down points, so when the ship rocks, the aircraft stays secure. There is a potential that aircraft can tip over in certain conditions, so you have to tie them down, secure them a lot. There were also many times when I'd be up there and it'd be raining and there was 50, 60 knots of wind and the rain is hitting you with all that wind when the ship is going into the storm, and it feels like sand, it feels like pellets. But yeah, fam, that's gonna be wrapping up the video. That was just some of my experiences being up in severe storms on an aircraft carrier. It is a very humbling experience to see Mother Nature being so powerful, making this huge, gigantic warship just get tossed around like a little tugboat. I will be dropping some cool projects, maybe some merch soon to stay updated. Follow the email, let us know on my social medias. I'll see you guys very soon. Brand new videos almost every day. My boy, Pop.
Oh, hello, pretty. He looks so pretty. So very sweet.
Papa, on your bed, mister. Lay down. Sit down on your bed, Papa. Sit, Papa. Oh, okay then.